Hi, my name is Doug Kaufman with Hope 360 Ministries, and I hope to do these video blogs on a regular basis, and I think I'm going to call them a Hope 360 moment. And so this video blog is titled, God Has Me Right Where He Wants Me. And that has kind of been the theme of my life over the last 2 or 3 years. Yeah, there were some devastating things that happened in my life. I went through bankruptcy, foreclosure, and divorce. And I know God didn't want those certain things to happen, but the question was not why, it was now what. And I want to just tell you a quick story. Probably about 6 months ago, I woke up and my back was just strained. I could hardly get out of bed, and this happens every once in a while. I just mistreat my back and lift something heavy I shouldn't have lifted, and next morning it's just sore and I can hardly move. And so I get out of bed and I just couldn't, I was in so much pain. I finally found 2 positions that alleviated the pain and took pressure off my back. And one was laying flat on the floor right here in my living room with my legs, if you can picture my knees, right up on a couch or a chair. And so it was enabling to have my back lay right on the floor and just took the pressure off of it. And so I had so much to do that day. I had emails and phone calls to follow up with, but I couldn't really do that because I couldn't sit at my desk and do emails. I couldn't talk on the phone because I was just in so much pain. So I found myself reading, and I spent time reading in my Bible and my devotional for most of the day. And once that position got a little achy as I was laying on my back, I would switch off and on between that position and another position where I would kneel right in front of this chair and lay my stomach on a chair, and that would take pressure off my back as well. And so I found myself, basically, if you can picture that, you're like kneeling in a praying position. And so I found myself that day praying and into my devotions, which I would have not have done that otherwise, if I didn't have a bad back. So like I said, I know God didn't want maybe me to have a bad back, but out of that, the question was, now what? And it was another just incident that God used in my life to show me, now what? And I wanted to share with you a quick verse that I found that day that I felt like God was speaking to me through. And it's Philippians 4:19, and it says this, "And my God will meet all your needs according to his glorious riches in Jesus Christ." And that day, God did meet my needs. He met my needs physically by alleviating the pain in those 2 positions that I was in. But also, he knew where I was at spiritually and emotionally. And not that I had drifted way away from God, but he knew what I needed that day and brought to me certain scripture and certain books to help me grow in my relationship to him, as well as taking time to talk to him through prayer. Thanks for listening.